them up with 250 there.
It won't be long now until the leaders.
Somebody should know where that, who owned that road.
They would love it. They would. Yes, they would.
So look at Brandon here. He's closed right up now to Richard Ford. He's in slip. Way through there. Bill Shaw and Gareth Arnold then. That bike of Malcolm Love's just a wee misfire in. Down into 6th place, so Arnold has upped his game that time. That was a personal best lap there for Gareth Arnold. Dave Crawford there, and Gary Hunt thundering past us. In this class, Richard Ford, he has to be under pressure now from Brian Mateer. Second, and it's further 10 seconds back. Then off Brian Mateer is Malcolm Love, but look at Brian Mateer. And he's posted the fastest lap so far, a 152.0 compared to Richard Ford's 153.0. Just a wee bit too much of the clutch off the line, and he's made himself work for it, but it's working so far. Got 0.4 of a second. Malcolm Love a further 18 seconds back then. Malcolm Love third, 155.9. Gareth Arnold in fifth, at 155. Gary Hutton, the number 20 machine, across the line. The leaders coming on the slipstream of Brian Mateer now. Is he going to try and make a manoeuvre into the first corner here? Over the right hand side, on the brakes then into Gordon. Can he make it stick in this race? Has he made it stick, but has he lost all the drive? Should have already came through. There's Trevor here. Looks like the Super Twins are getting ready to go here. Next race. Back into the top. Davy Crawford, Gary Hutton then we're expecting. That's the last lap flag. Brian Mateer there as he breaks into the middle of the track and turns in really early. That wide line. The drive up the hill, so Brian Mateer is going to have to be back. Eddie Gilmore then promoted to 5th place for Gareth Arnold. Coming down. That time Richard Ford second at 152.8. That time round, they're all cycling. There's Brian Mateer at 152. Here we go then. The leaders are back with us. It's Richard Ford that has got ahead. So Richard Ford on the top one at 151.3. Trevor Stewart then across the line. He finishes in 8th place. Bill Shaw able to get the better of him. We're waiting for that red machine to come through. Oh, so across the line it's Phil Shaw. Takes the last step of the podium from Malcolm Love on the last lap. So he's made that move stick then.
So this is just a wee
Malcolm
taster
Love just
for you
tried.
at
He just
the
went too defensive on that lap.
Cookstown 100. Big races are coming next,
Give
so
himself far too
I
much
think
work
it's the
to do.
Super Twins that are coming next, and then there'll be some of the
Malcolm
bigger
Love
bikes.
on that last lap
Still have to
for
see
a
Michael Dunlop.
159.6, so he has made a mistake somewhere, although he was going defensive into Gordon Corner. So he could have continued that throughout.
Just to let you know, the sorry for the situation, but the Super Twins are out next, and all the top riders will be out in the Super Twins. So it's 1 warm-up and 7 laps.
So then, now that it's quieting down a wee bit here, Michael Sweeney then takes pole.
For the Super Twins.
A rider there with issues, the machine just cutting out there as he's making his way to the first corner. So Michael Sweeney on pole then from Darrell Tweed in second on the Aprilia. Derek McGee in third. Paul Williams in fourth. Martin Morris in fifth. Barry Fuber in sixth. Andy Farrell in seventh place. Andy had a great super sport race there, so did Michael Galhan in 8th, Joey Yeardsley in 9th. Kelly Taylor in 16th, Ronnie Taylor 17th. And Paddy McColgan
So that's our warm-up lap completed. They'll be going down to the start and finish before they start the Super Twin race.
Michael Sweeney and Derek McGee in through. Paul Potty with him, got a good start there too. For Michael Galhan, fifth then. So overall he's sixth. Barry Kruger is seventh. Steve McDonald. Top 10. Ronnie Taylor, Paddy now to Derek McGee as they're coming through. They're leaving Darrell Tweed behind now. Darrell Tweed, he has to watch himself uncorrected time. Coming through. There's no need kind of in there at the minute of it and then. 129.0. A 129.3. behind him now. Is he going to try and make a move? He's going to relay himself, but I think he's going to stay behind him as he is. Punches as well. So Derek McGee. He doesn't want to as well. Just slipstreaming, blasting round the outside then. And using that large frame of his then they're chasing him down as he rips off turn off there. Kelly Crow's just in behind.
That's the 2 litres. That's the 3rd place man.
Like he's riding there. His wheel, he doesn't want to put too much pressure on him. He wants to follow him for a wee while. And it would be great to see Sweeney as well get a win. Come back and do what he's doing. Absolutely foul. And Gahan, so Gahan just actually close that gap now. Wow. We're under pressure, Andy Foul. Want to try something there. All of a sudden on Gruber. Again, it doesn't seem to have the legs. Third lap spin ring. And to come back in again. Absolute nothing to him here. Mark Johnson away through then. Mark Johnson still trying to claw back that gap. Derek McGee was a 128.4. What's he going to do this lap then? 128.4. Who was that? And he's going to lose all the drives again, Gruber, Andy Farrell, Michael Gahan. Oh, Neil Kernahan again moving over using the power of that machine of his. Fantastic there. Should have been massive here. 8.4, Michael Sweeney at 128.5, down Tweed.
2 litres.
8.0, Neil Kernahan's 5th for 132.1. Right on the back end of Taylor. Really under pressure now as they head down to Gordon. Getting the leaders here very shortly now. The last lap flags out. Sweeney is right back. Defensive line into Gordon. Wide line there. Sweeney's looking to drive up the hill and try to get past. This had been done. Andy Farrell way through there, just sitting up the line. But again, only half a lap to go for the leaders then. Dean McMaster, great run there for Dean McMaster. John Brawley there in 10th place. Martin Morris and Paul Potty Williams there. Coming through. 12th place, Polly.
2 litres.
Oh, that's Lee Osprey there, away through. Kelly Curlers. So the leaders weren't far behind Mark Johnson, Tommy McColgan, Tom here. So we'll look back, and there he is! It's Derek McGee who takes the checkers flag on the win in this Super Twin race from Michael Sweetie. The Storm Riders might have upset Sweetie that wee bit. Down straight across the line again for third. And what a result on that new machine. Fourth place, Neil Curran in sixth, Andy Farrell seventh, Michael Gahan in eighth, but of course it can all change for the grid behind. Third, 10th place, 14th, 7th. So there's Lee Osby then. So Lee is there. Super Twin number 10. So the sweepers out on track. Ladies and gentlemen, so that was Super Twin A, race 8. Super Twin B now heading up to the grid, and they're going to make their way, they're going to line up there as the course car goes out for their track inspection.
So I hope you're enjoying the racing so far. That was the Super Twin A, next is the Super Twin B, and then we'll have some more exciting racing to come. So as I say, this is the Cookstown 100 road race, race day. See, the marshals are doing a good job.
Fourth place, Dale Brew in fifth. Healy in sixth. Seventh, Muller. Mullen in ninth. Allen. McCann lines up 12. Donald McLeod. Brendan Flynn in 15th. James Rothery in 16th. William Grant lines up in 17th. Lee Hara lines up in 18th place. Keep a wee eye out for Lee Hara during this race.
So I think this is just a warm-up lap.
So Lachlan Whelan with a cracker start there. Birchall in behind Noah Carroll, Dale Brew. Again, keep a wee eye with Lee Hara. Especially in these conditions now that it's dry. All the tires. One at the end of the day. So we're all looking forward to that. But a phenomenal start there for Lee Hara. Second place, Birchall. We've seen it all. through. Across the line. This should be 280. It is. Also has a clear road ahead of him. So it's a catch 22 here. Burchell may be the first one to catch the slower riders. At least the first group is on behind him. Coming down the hill, tucked right in. He knows he's under pressure. There's Noel Carroll as well now for the fastest lap.
Five of them off. That first rider there with the black leathers on. Yeah. I don't know. Probably done at that same place.
Right down this corner. Gary will be busy today. That's a big away
According to one of the riders, there's 5 of them have come off. Just stop the game. So this is the Super Sport B coming out now. So the last race that was red flag was declared finished because they reduced the number of laps from 9 laps to 7 laps. If you do 2/3 of 7 laps, that's declared as a race. So we'll bring you back when the next race starts. Super Sport B.
Not easy.
So because of the red flags, I think
on my screen there's 6 qualifying. There's 6 meant to be on the grid. There's 3 machines on the grid.
You can see what I'm up against. We're up against today. There's just been so many
Ready
red
to go
flags.
then on the warm-up lap.
Super Sport B, as far as I'm
And
aware.
then we'll have a few machines just doing a lap. Brian McCormick being one of them. 350 machines, if you can make your way to the home area, please. So again, 3 machines starting this week. You finish, you will guarantee a trophy home anyway.
That's not a Super Sport, that's a 1000cc Superbike. It's a flag marshal coming around.
Andy Mack with a cracker of a start there, although it just took a wee while for him to get the grip down on that back tire. Just a wee bit of dust off the line. Andy Mack has a wee bit of unlucky the last couple of years. Oh, here we go then. So there's Aaron Sadler, Andy Mack and Sean Buckle all the way through there. So the 3 of them having a good race there. Oh, just looking, I think that's Andy Mack was up the inside there of Aaron Sadler into the first corner. Again, he's really coming back to form this year, Andy Mack. So just hearing an announcement there for the 350 machines to make their way to the holding area. Damien Horn there. Great to see Damien out. Damien racing the Superbike, the classic Superbikes. Andy Mack was involved in an incident at Armoy the last couple of years, but he's back at it. Someone's got the right idea. Going for a doze in the tent. Apologise. Just down over to the chippy van. Some Hearn paint job up the side of it. Wee bit of a Dunlop celebration day in Ballymoney, so get that down into your calendars and make it up. It's going to be very special. So just hearing there, the classic machines have been demoted an extra lap. Very well expected. You have to want to get all on track. Machines, if you can make your way to the holding area.
2 laps to go of this race.
350 machines to the holding area, please. Again, all classic machines now, all classic races have been demoted to 6 laps.
So we're just coming down through the section I was at last night.
They're due where you can either win, but you can win a lot of things: boats, cash, cars, motorbikes. There's a lovely ZX10 down there. Like the old
That's painted the old Tom Hearn, see it?
Seen that? Yeah, lovely.
all sorts of competitions, including too busy trying to make up time.
That race is over, so
Just pipped on the line there. Andy Mack will be furious with himself. 0.2 of a second across the line for the 2 of them. Sean Buckle a further 10 seconds back.
3
So
riders and he
that's
still
the
got
three.
it wrong.
Across
He
the
thought there was
line
another
there.
fucking lap.
So good to see. There's Barry Davison. Yes, that's your spot, buddy. Unfortunately,
It's the classic 350s
Barry's
that are
not
out
competing
now.
in this race with that hand injury of his, but there's the way for the run-up lap. A huge field of machines, classic machines here. The 350s leaving the grid. Again, Johnson. 5th is Waddy Brown, followed by Kyle Parks in 6th. Linton Irwin in 7th. Julian Trummer then 8th. Julian was having issues with his classic machine, his 350 last night, so hopefully they've got that bike sorted on grid. I didn't notice him on the way through there. Eddie Gilmore 15, Stephen Walsh in 6th. Again, a lot of these machines didn't get out last night, and this is for the first time riders. The rider alone only had to do 5 laps, and a lot of them opted just to stick with the one machine for the race, which is 51.5. Grid positions.
So this race is over 6 laps. Classic 350s.
So the Open A Super Nigel Bird. I don't know whether he was able to get to the first corner, get the whole shot when he started jumping around there. And that looks like down the hill
You
then,
can just see
that is
down
the
the
number
road there,
47 machine.
there's a jump,
An absolute
and
sterling job. That's Brian
the bikes do
Hardy.
massive wheelies over the jump.
So he's maintained that lead
Super
in
bikes
the front row
in the 600s.
of the B group. Brian Hardy up into 7th place, cracking time. Thompson retired from this race. From there, Gary Hutton as well, up into 10th place. Stephen Walsh in 8th, forcing in Thompson as well. Actually, for both Gary Hutton up into 9th place. Here comes the leader. Last guy running across the line, it is now 2 seconds. Over to the left-hand side then. Hits that beam of sunlight between the trees. Like an electrical issue there with that 350 machine. Kelly Crullers in 3rd. We'll be expecting a big gap there then between Nigel Murray and Mark Johnson next time round. Kelly Crullers at 148.5. Nigel Parks up at the Brown in fifth at 144.2. 154.2, apologies. Here's Nigel Mirror once again. And away through, faster lap again. Mark Johnson. With Kelly coloured Kyle Parks here. In the slipstream of that machine. Malcolm Love then. Number 49 machine, just to see where about retired out of this race. Paddock. Fastest lap there again at 146.0. Mark Johnson at 147. Slightly slower that time. As Nigel Mirror goes through. Scotty Brown then, hitting Irwin. Opened up then, back to Littner with 0.7, nearly a second behind. Still a lot of work there. Still in behind Brian Harding, Stephen Walsh, so Guy Hutton starting to pull a gap now on Brian Harding. Superbike machines then are lining up in the holding area, getting ready to go. Still on. The big one, the Cookstown 100 at the end of the day. Down back to Mark Johnson. Over 20 seconds left. Nigel there. Mark Johnson away through. Looking like he's in a safe second place. Next machines back are Kelly Crullers and Kyle Parks. Slightly closer that time together. Kyle Parks slightly. 5 on the second. Faster again. Buddy Brown, Littner. Ever so slightly, it's 0.77 now, it's 0. Brian Harding really dropping back now as Stephen Walsh has got past him this time. With the leader then. Start last lap. Really three, so we're looking for Chris Mayer. Who takes the win? Chris Mayer coming down the number 221 machine. Mark Johnson then, heels in. And Kyle Parks been able to get the better. And he has! So Kyle Parks has just got ahead there of Kelly Crullers across the line on the last lap and takes the last step of the podium. What a result there for young Kyle Parks. He's been loving that. And just for an extra note, that is the first winner in 12 years. The first different 350 winner. After himself, Barry Davison. Barry Davison had to sit this one out. First different 350 winner. That last lap then for Nigel Moore was a 1:45.5. Oh, close battle further back. Stephen Moggs, Brian Hart.
Superbikes coming onto the grid now.
People spending their money waiting on that.
Two warm-up laps, and it's a 7-lap race, so this should be really interesting. There'll be a lot of real fast riders here. They're going round that corner, as you can see up there. They're going round at the best part of 100 miles an hour, and although you'll not see it during the race, there's a jump down there. If you look at the green hut on the right hand side, if you look just over to the left, there's a jump, and they do massive wheelies. But unfortunately, I can't go over to the far side to video that because it's a prohibited area. So, Superbikes.
Again, guys, no hanging about here. McCormick just getting,
Michael Dunlop's out in this one.
just setting up that
Michael Sweeney. All the top riders out in this one. All the big stars.
Launch control. Still a wee bit of a spin of the back wheel there.
So it's 2 warm-up laps.
A wee skip, but you really he'll be looking for
Michael Dunlop's in pole position.
another win here today. Michael Sweeney in second. Derek McGee lines up in third. Neil Kernahan in fourth. Brian McCormick in fifth. Rand Whitehall, good start for him, in sixth place. Donald Tweed in seventh. First of the warm-up lap, and that was chalky. Big Rand Whitehall, it is indeed.
That was Michael Dunlop's bike, the black one, isn't it? Yeah.
And it just brings the
Michael Dunlop's wearing a white helmet and dark leathers. I would say they're almost black leathers. So he's not wearing his usual livery.
Number 6.
Was he number 6?
So a wee bit of work
Number
for him to
6.
get tucked in behind. Not so bad in these bigger bikes.
So again, this is
Certainly
his,
Super Twins on the 600.
this is his second warm-up lap. After this, he'll go onto the grid.
To get squeezed into that frame. Messing up
There's Michael Dunlop there. Oh no, that's him there. That's him right at the end. That was Michael Dunlop right at the very end there. He always held back.
After this, wow, look at Sweeney, the start when Sweeney got off the line. Absolutely phenomenal. Second group then. You can't keys, but look at Julian Trummer on the Lionheart racing machine. Cracker of a start there. Third group then. Keep an eye out for Cranston. Paul Cranston away. And again, heading down into the distance, into the sunshine here, towards Gordon Corner. We had a good breakfast, Sweeney. Sharp as a die, off the line then. Michael Dunlop looked like he dropped down the field a wee bit there, but we've seen it in the Ducati, in the Super Sport race. Michael Dunlop is a hard man to beat on the bike. back out on the start out in front then, Dunlop moves over the right hand side, and here's the speed of Sweeney down that straight. Potty Williams there.
Michael Dunlop in second place.
Michael Sweeney. Second. Michael did move over to the right hand side, maybe just checking grip now. Back out of race. Let's dream of Michael Sweeney now. Moves over to the right hand side. Ryan McCormick there too. Great start now.
Red flag.
Michael Dunlop, the fastest lap of 124. Red flag there.
They're pushing there.
So a red flag, guys, unfortunately, for this one.
That's the riders that were held because of the red flag. There's Michael Dunlop there, right at the very back. That's him. Yes, that's Michael Dunlop, number 6.
What was the hour?
So we reckon Michael Dunlop's riding a what, sorry? S1000 RR. Right, so there you are. That's a super bike from the factory. That's a super bike from the factory. There's your ambulance coming in. We'll just see where he's going to go. Racing is sorry about that. Road racing is dangerous. Junior support, 1 warm up, and a 5
So
lap
1
race.
warm up, 5 laps for the junior support machines.
All right, next, and then it's the Cookstown 100.
That's the junior support A, by the way. And then we'll be going up with the Cookstown 100 Open A race.
The helicopter there, ambulance is taking off. I'm not 100% sure, but something's happening down there. Behind the wind turbine. So they'll probably be airlifted to the Royal Victoria Hospital in Belfast. Let's hope the riders not too seriously injured. So it's 1 warm-up lap and a 5 lap race.
Another, once again, a massive field of junior support machines. And Dave was then in 10th place. Brian Loughlin in 11th. Dave Trainer 12th. Jason Whelan in 15th. Neil Brew in 15th place. Next
5-lap
make
race.
their way and get into their grip positions here.
So these are basically super twin machines, which are mostly Kawasaki's, maybe the odd
Off the line.
Suzuki.
Got the whole shot, but it'll not be long until we're finding out. And during the warm-up lap, they're just going around checking the track conditions. Probably better, I would say, underneath. Rackford, 130.9, held by Joseph Locke. Here they come then, the leaders, and it is going. Not a good dice then. Back of the field, left Lee Hara, Lee Osprey, Ashley Dawson. Kevin Lavery just in behind. He's a further 4 seconds back from the leader, but only 1.6 seconds off Canny. Update coming through there, but here's Sean Brawley. Sean Brawley 133.9. Big Canny 135.4. And you can see that great machine just in behind. Really hard, just tucking in a wee in the lead at 133.9. Evian Canny in second, 135. William Burton. 138.3. Ian Osprey in James Wilson 8th. Nick Healy 10th, Chris Mayer in 11th. Back through Sean Brawley. Remember, this is only a 5-lap race, so 2 laps to go then. Back through the Osprey. Still struggling now to get past Howell. That's a great train of Super Twins. Chris Mayer at the minute in 8th place. At the time, he's further down the field in 11th. And just starting to get away from Brian Loughlin now.
There's a leader coming now.
That's the Cookstown 100 Superbike race. Cookstown 100 Open race. We'll follow after that. All the fastest lap there, 133.2. Look at this gaggle of riders here, tucked in behind Lee Hara. Lee Osprey, just sandwiched between the two of them. Sean Brawley. That time, Evian Canny. Okay then.
It's a leader. Second. back marker.
Lachlan there, maybe has something up his sleeve here. He has to try something quick. This race is shortly over. Cookstown 100. Getting things underway here. So here we go then. A fantastic win. Second place then goes to Kiwi County. So Osprey has got the ladder of Lee Howard on the last lap. Fantastic last lap there for Lee Osprey on the train. Straight around in that campsite here. That's a happy man right there. And a happy team. James Walsh. Kevin Lowry 7, Chris Bear in 8th. We're just waiting for the next group for corrected time. Here they come then, that's support machines then. Winner, Raleigh. Lee Hara. Lee Hara has to settle for 4th place. Ashley Robinson in 5th. James Walsh 6th. Kevin Lavery in 7th. Nick Healy 10th. 11th. Stephen Brody 12th. Ben Mullen 13th. William Roberts 14th. 15th. McKeown. And a big down there at the press side. What a great taste to have in your mouth. Burning rubber. So Superbike machines then just getting ready to go out onto the track now.
So last one of the day, Colin.
Aye, that's it. There's a marshal coming around. So I hope you enjoyed that race.
Yeah,
Just one more race to go and then that's it finished. So don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for future notifications. Any comments, leave them down below and I'll see you in the next one. But we're not quite finished yet, there's one more race to go. Superbike race just to start. This is the Cookstown 100. This is the
2 laps.
This is the one that you've all waited all day to see. Those of you that have been patient enough.
Everyone is where they should be. So the next problem the riders have to contend with is the sun. So you can see there the sun just coming down. It's very low now. Shadows are getting long. The problem is up over the back section of the track.
So look out for number 6, Michael Dunlop. Remember, he has a
just on the back wheel there, on that
black bike and a white helmet, number 6.
McCoy racing machine.
So 2 warm-up laps and a 7-lap race.
On pole from
Michael Dunlop
Sweeney.
on pole.
Derek McGee in third. He joins us then for this race. Brian Whitehall.
I guess it's Michael Dunlop coming up.
He's going to
him
fire
coming
the
up
Superbikes
now.
here today.
It's Michael Dunlop. If you ever notice, Michael Dunlop always does his warm-up laps at the back. That's so that his tyres stay warmer than the ones that come in first. So there's method in his madness. Or not his madness, there's method in his ways.
Not sure who that was, came very close there to the side of the road.
Aye, because they want to put them on show. They don't want to be stuck on the grid on their own.
Line up pretty sharpish here.
Probably find the last bike will be Michael Dunlop's. I could be wrong. There he goes. There's Michael Dunlop there. That's a BMW, 1000RR. Number 6. Those of you who are unaware, this is the feature race of the day. The Cookstown.
Here we go, they're lining up.
This is the one you've all been waiting for at home, or wherever you are.
Brian McCormick just settling in there. Michael says he's still waiting for parts for that machine, but he's told to engage gear and watch the lights straight away, just like that, and away to go. Michael Sweeney once again with an absolute rocket of a start, but he's struggling to keep the front end down that machine. Second group then, look out for Kevin Keys, but watch Julian Trummer just in behind. Look at that for a start for Julian Trummer once again off the line. Third group then, Paul Cranston in the middle. Oh, Anderson on the left hand side, but look at Cleary. So Cleary got away. There with a great start of the back group. They've got a clear road ahead of them. But again, will we have Michael Sweeney and Michael Dunlop once again? Too long to get right. Just fading, and he seems to have it right now. We'll get it Derek McGee on that super sport machine.
Michael Dunlop's in second place.
Number 3. Michael Dunlop.
Michael Sweeney's in the lead. Michael Dunlop's taking the lead.
Absolutely flying this dude. Michael Dunlop takes the lead in this race. Michael Sweeney clear over the left-hand side. Dunlop hard over the first corner. As the rest of them come through. Ryan Whitehall, 13th, just behind the 91 machine of Graham McAleese. And Liam Chalk then 19th. Fastest lap, Michael Dunlop at 124.28. Remember that. Chalk and 7. Just second behind in that movement. Nearly outbreaking maneuvers on Dunlop. Dean Kerr had away through. There's Chalky. That's Darrell Tweed. Kevin Keys is on the Yamaha. On that stalker. London passes here. Here's number 1 in the.
Michael Dunlop still, he's extending his lead.
Faster again from Dunlop. Sweeney do anything about him. Dunlop from Sweeney. And he's opened up that gap. Sweeney's finding it difficult to keep the front end of that machine down. Ryan McCormick. Very well up there. That is Darrell Tweed and Kevin Keys has pulled it. And just make short work of Darrell Tweed, but look at Tweed. He can't. But he has the machinery this year for Darrell Anderson. He's having issues for the beginning of the season. 10th position there so far with 8th machine, Darrell Anderson.
Michael Dunlop, Michael Sweeney are well away from the rest of the pack.
Paul Cranston, again, multiple. Look at it is now up to 2.1 seconds now. Back on Michael Dunlop. Faster again there for Michael Dunlop. A 122.7. The lap back towards the 122. Back up into 4th position for Kevin Keys. Brandon only 2 seconds back off Keys. Keys is only 3.6 seconds back off McGee. They'll be getting the last lap flag this time round as Andy Fowler goes through. Look at Darrell Anderson on that arm. Aiming it right like Darrell Anderson now up in
Extending his lead over Michael Sweeney.
So we're looking back then at the leaders. All past the way through. And this looks like Dunlop. It is Dunlop. On the last lap. Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it?
New lap record for Michael Dunlop.
122.377. Michael Sweeney still just holding out there in that second place. That's a 123.6. Back down, there's Ryan Whitehall then. Julian Trummer still has Julian Trummer still in behind Whitehall, but he's
That was Michael Dunlop that went past. That's Michael Sweeney. So Michael Dunlop's actually catching up in the back markers.
Darrell Anderson just ahead. There's Chucky. Again. But here he is. There's the checkered flag. And the Cookstown 100. Michael Sweeney will be more than happy. Also taking the checkered flag there. And what a result there for Derek McGee, third place on a Supersport 600 machine here at Cookstown. Kevin Keys. He's already got past me curling there. That's Darrell Tweed. We'll have to see where Darrell Anderson and Julian in this one.
Derek McGee got third place on the 600.
On corrected time. But here's Ryan Whitehall. Julian Trummer with a leg out there, just acknowledging the flag.
So we're just waiting for Michael Dunlop to come round. He'll probably do a wheelie, but I'll not be able to see it.
On the line.
There's Michael Dunlop, massive wheelie. Massive wheelie.
Liam Chalk and Dermot Cleary then. What a race there from the Superbikes.
Derek.
Michael Dunlop takes the win. 122.3. New track record in the Superbike class for Michael Dunlop. Previously, new lap record 122.377.
So history's been made today by Michael Dunlop.
What a result for Dunlop. What a crowd please. Michael in second place. A 123.6.
This circuit is only about 2.1 miles long.
Kevin Keys fourth then with a 126.1. Brad McCormick 126.6. Lee Cunningham in sixth, a 128.1. 127.9. Darrell Tweed eighth.
Another massive wheelie.
129.1. Julian Trummer just got pipped across the line on corrected time, but a heap of happy with 10th place in the land horse. 129.9. Barry Fruber in 12th, a 130.6. Martin Morris staying in 13th with a 130.8. Andy Farrell 14th, 131.2. Ryan Whitehall in 15th, a 130.8 for Whitehall. Dermot Cleary in 16th, a 131.0. Liam Chalk then 17th with a 132.5. And Graham McAleese 18th, a 133.6. With Paul Cranston 19th and a 134.0.
So don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks very much.
So again, just a reminder, please, for any riders that have forward transponders,
Bye.
can you please return them? That's Darren Duncan, Jack Mayers,
What did you do with yourself?
Brian